It's a new day.
This is New Day Northwest. Now from the Primera Blue Cross Studio, here's Margaret Larson.
Good morning and welcome to New Day Northwest. Hello, zany British people. They're going to take you on a walking tour of Seattle with some pretty strange history, and we'll talk to them in just a little bit. Cisco is backstage. We're getting ready to garden with him. He's got, I think, an echinacea plant for us today. And then we're going to start with food, as we always love to do. We're going to start this Monday with cheese. Gothberg Farms in Bow, Washington makes 32 delicious kinds of cheese using fresh milk from the LaMancha goats they raise. Here to share how the cheese is made and more about those adorable goats, Gothberg Farms owner and cheesemaker Rhonda Gothberg. It's so good to meet you.
So good to meet you.
This is so cool. It's super
Yes.
fun. I really love goat cheese. I started craving it when I was pregnant with my son, and I've never stopped. It's more and more popular, and you love your goats, so this must be a great life for you.
I do. I started out, I was just going to have a family milk goat for our family's milk and cheese needs, and I fell in love with the goats, and pretty soon I had so much milk I had to do something with it.
I hope you'll bring the goats to visit us sometime.
I can do
We would
that.
like that.
I can do that.
We like having goats in the studio. So let's talk about the kinds of things you make.
Okay. So we make 32 different kinds of cheese. We're very creative because we're a very
But
small
all with
dairy.
goat milk.
All with our own goat milk, and we only milk a maximum of 20 goats. So we're very, very, very tiny, little micro dairy. So we have a little 52-gallon pasteurizer vat, cheese vat. And so we get to be as creative as we want to be. We don't have to ever be bored.
Right, you can do whatever you want. It's your farm.
Right.
You can do this. Now, is cheese making is like, you know, pretty much an art. So did you already know how to do this before you got your goat?
No, I had no idea. And I opened this dairy at age 50, so I was ambitious and brave. But I had 30 years of a nursing career ahead of that. So art and science mixing together have just been sort of who I've been. And so it has worked.
That is so wonderful. I mean, that's a real story of hope, right? You know, you hit 50 and say, I think I'll start doing something
I think I'll leave nursing after 30 years.
There's the farm. It's beautiful. Do you guys have tours?
We do have tours by appointment only or by advertising because we are busy working.
Yeah.
We're a small farm with very few employees.
You're making cheese.
We're
so
making
you're
cheese and tending goats and birthing babies.
Look at those. Those goats are adorable.
They are.
Let's talk about some of our favorite cheeses, and let's start with feta, which is also a cheese that's good for people on low-carb diets.
It is. And so our feta is a low-salted feta. The stuff you buy in the store is probably cow milk, which is fine, but true feta really should be sheep or a mix of sheep and goat.
I didn't know that. Do we have it here
We
somewhere?
do. We have the feta right over there in the nice bright white, and we brine that in the whey that we pull off of the cheese we've made, and then we put that in a 7% salt brine. The stuff in the store is typically salted at about 20 to 22%, but I want you to taste our magnificent LaMancha milk in our cheese, and that's what
That
you
is
do.
so good.
You taste the cheese, not just the salt.
Wow, you're right. It is a lot less salty. Oh, delicious. Okay, let's talk about Gouda. Again, I didn't know you could do that with goat milk.
Yes, our Gouda recipe, we bought our pasteurizer and our cheese presses came from Holland. And so our guy that we worked with over there got one of his cheesemaker friends to give me his recipe, and he translated it for me.
So you went to Holland to arrange
Well,
for...
I did it all through their U.S. rep, but still, he brought me the recipe from Holland, you know, 15, 17 years ago now, and he translated it for me, and it's been a winner, and we've never altered it.
Which one is the Gouda here?
So it would be the red fleck in there. That is Gouda with a, we call that our Cinco de Mayo. It's because I'm from Texas, and I think cheese should be spicy and look like a party. But
Awesome.
that's a red chili flake and a toasted garlic.
So it's good for snacking. What else can you do with Gouda? Is it melty?
It is melty. It's great for snacking. It's good in salads. It's great quesadillas.
Ooh, now you're talking my language.
And then a real popular Gouda we have right in front of that is the green fleck in there. That's a dill and garlic. A lot of people start with that if they don't. They go, oh, goat cheese. I say, here, start with this. It's something familiar. They understand dill and garlic.
That's really good. Oh my gosh, this is delicious. These have taste. They have body.
And then we have our fresh shell, which you're going to help me wrap one in a minute.
Right.
So we'll get to
Is that
the
this?
chef. That is, and it's fabulous. You could take one of the spoons there if you needed one and try it. But then this other one on the right, the other white cheese, that is a raw milk cheddar that we make with our goat's milk. So we make both raw and pasteurized. We make fresh, we make aged. All of our aged cheeses are aged at least a year, sometimes even 3 or 4.
Really?
Because we like the flavors.
Now, we're going to talk about this beautiful board and all the ways that you've arranged other foods that complement the cheese so well, because cheese boards are kind of complicated. You're never quite sure what goes with what, but you're going to help us with that.
But that's what people think, and they're really not complicated. You just pick 2 or 3 cheeses you like. We made the smaller board because that could be like dinner for 2 right there.
This one.
Done. You don't have to cook. You just cut up a few cheeses, put out a favorite meat or not. We got some berries from the farmer's market. We got nectarines from the farmer's market, and we were ready to go. So
a little bit of salami, some olives,
on a cheese board.
Pistachios.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay, let's talk about how we're going to do this final step of the goat cheese. So what happens, first of all, what are the steps? And then we'll do the last one.
So for the
I
chev,
eat an olive.
Yeah, so for the chev, we're going to set the chev one day. We're going to pour all of our milk into the vat. We're going to put our culture and our little drops of rennet in there, and it's just going to sit overnight and acidify.
Okay.
We're bringing the pH down. And then the next day, we're going to come and we're going to hand scoop all of that chev out of that vat and into hundreds of these little molds.
By hand?
By hand.
Oh my
we
goodness.
hand ladle everything into each mold, and each big mold for the chefs. The chefs get bigger molds, but it's all hand done.
Y'all are
and then
busy.
that's going to sit, and then I'm going to come back the next day, and all these are going to be hand flipped within the mold.
Seriously?
And then we're going to come back the next day and wrap. And so today's wrapping day. We
Okay.
always wrap on Monday when we've made cheese on Friday.
Wrap
so
party.
you're going to be a wrapper.
Show me how to do it.
So you're going to take, this is the old-fashioned way. Now we do our chev these days comes in these really lovely little cups that are custom designed for our cheese, and they're heat sealed on the bottom, and so you'd find them in the store like that. But this is the old way we did it. So if someone is making cheese at home, this is what they would do. So there's you a chev. So
I'll do my best.
You're going to pop it out and then hold on to it.
Okay, got it.
And then you're going to just sprinkle a little salt on this side.
On the side.
Yeah, all around. Just sort of give it a little sprinkle of salt all the way around.
Not on top.
All the way around, all sides.
Oh, okay, top 2. All right, I think I have it.
Okay, and then you're going to sit it about here on your paper.
About with the...
You're going to sit it doesn't matter, right there, but
Doink.
right there on your paper.
Okay.
Maybe scoot it up just a little bit. So then it's a little tricky, so you're going to fold this over.
And then you're going to scoop my cheese.
Yeah, you're going to scoop this over, and you're going to do little pleats. It's carefully kind of pleated.
Alrighty.
And we used to do this, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of times a week.
You must have to take a lot of ibuprofen.
Well, that's why I went to the other kind of mold.
I would say so. As nice as that looks, I'm not sure I could do this by hand very many times. But how cool is this?
Yeah, you might keep your day job.
Cheese at home? Wait, I'm going to be able to fix my mistakes here at the end. Watch how clever this is.
Well, anyway.
So maybe not.
Well, it's good you're good at what you do.
Here we go.
We like that. We all have our skill, but
Hey, look, you helped me. Here,
And then we
we'll
can
just
tuck
hide
it
that
in.
mistake right
go.
there.
And it would still be edible and no one would know.
Right. We'll just sort of pretend that's, there we go.
Not bad.
It's still going to look delicious.
It still would taste delicious.
Okay, really quickly, you've put all kinds of fruits, dried fruits, berries, salami. What is it with goat cheese? What's kind of the opposite taste that you might want to pair up if you're just thinking about what you like?
So I like to put, this is just a smoked paprika salami from Salumi here in Seattle. They're delicious. All of their meats are fabulous.
that's good.
all we use pretty much. I like to just put things that I know taste good together. Now on a bigger board, I would add probably a blue cheese and a sheep cheese to my board, but we get to
have variety.
We're very goat-centric.
You've got some beautiful dried fruits.
Yeah, these are the candied ginger is an excellent palate cleanser between your different courses.
That's a good one to know. Now, what is the sauce that I'm eating here with my goat cheese?
That is just some sour cherry spread, which is excellent. We usually have crackers out, but you know, we're a little remiss some days. But that's a great sour cherry
delicious.
spread. We also use a fig spread. All of those go with all of the cheeses. The fresh fruits this time of year are just perfect, and dried apricots are always excellent.
Thank you so much.
Board.
You're my new favorite person in the whole wide world. Gothberg Farm cheese is in grocery stores and farmers markets throughout the Puget Sound. And of course, Team New Day can't keep all of this delicious cheese to ourselves, so we've got a fun giveaway. You can enter to win a guided tour of Gothberg Farms in Bow, Washington. For up to 6 people, tour the goat barn with Rhonda, learn all about production, get up close and personal with the animals, and enjoy a cheese tasting at the end. So for a chance, still smacking my lips.
Yes,
For a chance
we
to
like
win
that.
this tour, head over to New Day's Facebook page. Just comment on the pinned post at the very top of the page with your favorite type of cheese. Just say "Go Cheese," and you'll be entered to win. Good luck with all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was
Yes.
unbelievably good. We've got the
Thank you.
cheese to snack on. Now we just need a good book to read while we eat. So when we come back, Seattle Public Library's Book Bingo makes summer reading even more fun and opens readers up to books you might not have ever considered. How to play next.
Nice.